Alright, y'all, so we're back for Jujutsu Kaisen chapter 288. Last time where we left off, Gojo activated his domain expansion for the third time, and it turns out that it's like the size of a basketball or a baseball, whatever the fuck, but it's just small as shit. And then it left everybody confused as to why he would make it that small. So let's get straight into it. It's titled The Decisive Battle in Uninhabited, Demon-Infested Shinjuku, Part 6. Alright, Gojo and Sukuna in the Black Orb, a small barrier. Well, in theory, it could serve to strengthen the barrier. Okay. It's not even the size of a basketball. Okay, so it's smaller than a basketball. Alright, we got Kusakabe. Hold a sec. That's impossible. Just how many times have things been impossible today already? Why? A barrier outside, outward appearance, and how big it is on the inside almost never match as it is. Okay, that's why once you're trapped in a domain, unless you somehow find the edge, you don't even have the option to escape, says Kusakabe. And even if you can reach the edge, a normal domain is resistant to attacks from the inside. Still, there are limits, musclehead. Don't blame me. Blame my dumbass teacher. What's most important with barrier techniques is a concrete image. Usually, if you try to envision a barrier too small to even hold yourself and your opponents, the barrier would just collapse. The prison realm. I see his experience being sealed in the prison realm is now coming into play. Okay. Talk about an awful learning opportunity. Even knowing that, I still don't get how he can change the conditions of his domain every time he uses it. Kusakabe, you've been saying that a lot, but what does it even mean? Barriers, particularly domain barriers, typically have set internal and external parameters like volume and creation speed. By discovering their own blend of these parameters, every sorcerer is able to establish their own domain barrier. Really, says Hikari? Higurama and Hikari, you guys are exceptions. Your domain open by default is part of your curse techniques. In any case, they aren't usually things that can be changed on the fly with each use. You're incredible, King Chan. Alright, was it too difficult to maintain such a huge barrier that he had to compress it down to that size? Maybe he just wanted to see if he could cover the effective range of Malevolent Shrine with a large enough barrier. Oh shit, the domain is like fucking shaking. It's holding out. What? Sukuna also decreased his domain's range so he can increase the output of his curse technique. If the barrier breaks, they'll reach a stalemate, won't they? Damn. So Angel's saying that if it breaks, they'll reach a stalemate. It seems like it's about to fucking break. Look at it. If that happens, Gojo will be running out of options. He'll lose. Oh yeah, that shit looks like it's fucking breaking. It's coming apart. And these two are face to face right now. Gojo, eyes wide open. Yuji staring at like the fucking hundreds of monitors. Sensei. What happened? The shrine. Oh shit, and it's damaging Sukuna. As it's breaking, it's damaging Sukuna. That man has a hole in his fucking chest. He's bleeding blood out of his mouth. Everybody's watching in shock. Whoa, Gojo-san. Simultaneous. It was simultaneous. Sukuna destroyed Gojo's domain from the outside. Alright, so Sukuna destroyed it from the outside. And Gojo damaged Sukuna to the point where he couldn't maintain his domain. Time. What? How long did Gojo's barrier last? Didn't anybody keep track? You didn't keep track either, Kusakabe? That's a student's job. 3 minutes. Oh, 3 minutes, 9 seconds. If we're only talking about the barrier was miniaturized precisely 3 minutes. That's my big sis. Now, their domains have collapsed. Neither of them can use their curse techniques. Alright, in that case, Satoru can make the first move, so he can restore his burnt out technique and reverse curse techniques, but Sukuna can use reverse curse techniques too. Alright. If you put it like that, then I can use it too. But as I said earlier, I can't use it to heal a burned out technique. However, Gojo Satoru made the mistake of showing that to Sukuna. Why is that a problem? With Kenjaku's help, Sukuna was able to split his spirit into 20 cursed object fingers. After seeing it just once, he learned how to turn himself into a cursed object. Now that he's seen it, I'm sure Sukuna can also restore his burnt out curse technique. Alright. Who's in the air? That's Sukuna in the air, Gojo on the ground, Sukuna running somewhere. Alright. I don't know what's going on too much. These motherfuckers are like in the air just staring at each other. Seems like they're going in for a clash. Blocked. Alright, seems like Gojo went in for a high kick. Sukuna blocked it with his high guard. They both split apart. Why? This whole time Sukuna has been stubbornly avoiding using any curse technique other than the one granted to his domain. That boy is setting you up. Even when the interior strength of the barrier lowered after I flipped the internal and external conditions, he didn't try to destroy it from the inside. He chose a riskier option. While we were canceling out each other's hit effect from within the domain, Sukuna had no other choice but to use domain amplification in order to beat my limitless curse technique. That's a huge advantage for him. I mean, for me. Yeah. As I saw before, with a domain, he can't use buildings to attack. In fact, until my domain was destroyed from the outside, I had the upper hand for 3 minutes, says Gojo. In spite of all that, why didn't Sukuna even try to use the 10 Shadows technique or Mahoraga inside the domain? Okay, he's questioning all this shit. Sukuna has the memory of Megumi and my conversation, so he knows I know about Mahoraga, doesn't he? Is he scared I'll beat it with a single attack? Oh shit, and the wheel starts spinning. Right after he says that shit, it says kashink. That means kashink, it's fucking spinning. Alright. Oh, what do those eyes see though? Oh shit, and then you see the chapter ends where Gojo's fucking blood dropping out of his nose as he's seeing the wheel spin. And he looks fucking dizzy. He's going, that man's getting dizzy right as he fucking said it. Alright, so it seems like Sukuna's gonna get the upper hand in the next chapter. No break next week. Alright, I'll be back next week for another chapter. See ya.